I see you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years. But a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Alright, we're gonna play some Witcher 3, and I'm excited. I haven't played this in months. It's been so long. And so we're finally gonna go to Skellige now.
Wounded and tired, Ciri collapsed in the swamp. Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Velen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
And then in Novigrad, we found in Novigrad some stuff with Dandelion and stuff. So, but now it's time to go to Skellige. I'm pretty sure I don't have any more missions. I think I did everything I could here that I was willing to do before going to Skellige. I think I put myself in that position because I was literally gonna be like, oh, to Skellige, and then Cyberpunk came out and it was a whole mess. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull back on Witcher and Cyberpunk, and I'm gonna pull back on CD Projekt Red stuff for a while. And then school happened, and so I pulled back on streaming for a while. So we're streaming. We're streaming on our PlayStation 4. Yeah, I don't even know what is this marked on the map. What is it? Oh, an undiscovered location. Yeah, no, we're good. We're gonna go to Skellige. We're going to Skellige, baby. Alright, this should be a fast travel location right here. I just need to get to one where I am first. Roach! I feel like I can run right now anyway, even if I remembered how to. Apparently I'm
faster.
Let's see. Okay. Gallop, push twice. I was like, remind me how this game works. I haven't played it in so long. I'm probably gonna die in my next fight. That'll be awkward.
Even dangerous being a fisherman these days. Got beasts prowling me.
Slow now. Whoa.
Good
Run,
place.
Roach.
Good place
You're
to
a
be.
man well travelled. So tell me, should I beat me wench once speak, or off?
Dismount. And fast travel. And now we can fast travel to Novigrad. Oh no, that's a notice board. It's not actually a place to fast travel. But there's one nearby. So we'll be alright. Maharak Square.
Nothing hurts as much as life.
Like, whatever you're about to say, I do not care.
Captured and displayed
Oh, wow.
as a sideshow of the sea. Well, it could be quite profitable.
Alright, we are walking. How much money do we have, actually? Okay, we're good on coin. Walking takes a long time. I knew I said I was gonna walk. And by the time I get on this horse, it'll be like, get off the horse again. It's no fun. Nah, I'm gonna just keep walking. I'm already almost there. It's just the, like, quiet of, like, I have nothing to say. And there's, at the moment, no one at chat for me to converse with. So, there. We're in here. We're in the bar. Time to update. Captain.
Might as well answer you.
It's so funny that, like, I happened to find Wolverstone
Got the coin.
at the beginning of this mission. Yeah, I got it.
Here. That enough?
Hefty sack. Like a bull's. When do we sail?
Not sure you're ready. You can barely stand.
Know this, stranger. Captain Wolverston never sails sober.
Great.
The sea goes one way, Wolverston the other. Makes the rock unbearable. So, ready to set sail?
Let's go.
Let's go.
First, we must drink to the wind, to good fortune, and to the strength of my Atropos.
Isn't Atropos one of the fates?
Anchors away.
Yeah, Atropos is the name of one of the faiths in Greek mythology. Hey Google. Hey Google. Oh my god. Atropos.
According to Myths of the World Wiki, fandom, in Greek mythology, Tropos was one of the three Moirae, goddesses of fate and destiny. Her Roman equivalent was Morda.
Atropos was the oldest. It was known as the inflexible or inevitable. I'm pretty sure she's the one that like cut the cords. Yeah, because Lachesis is the measure. Yes, let's see. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Atropos cut the threads. He said we're gonna drink to. Oh! Oh! There's a fight? We fighting on the boat? Alright, alright. Let me in there. You up. You didn't realize I was on the boat.
Refeed the sails!
Did I just get knocked out? Ah, shit. It's loading. Yep, I got knocked out. Oh. Oh, did we get shipwrecked? We must have got shipwrecked.
Back off or I'll kill you.
I'm not afeard of dying.
I still made it a skeleton though.
Rob every corpse that washes up on shore?
Taken from a corpse ain't theft. I'm a man of the Isles. I don't reap, I don't sow. The waves bring me my harvest. On the Atropos, were you?
Yeah, thought the captain had a deal with you.
With us? Meaning who exactly? Might have arranged something with Lugos, but crack? Nay. Clearly should have, though. Outlander ships aren't welcome in these waters. What about you? What do you seek in Skellige, eh?
Agreed to meet a sorceress here. Yennefer of Vengerberg. She's supposed to be on Ord Skellig.
There's a witch a care Trolda. Croc's guest. Could be the one you're meeting.
Seen her? Know what the sorceress looks like?
Aye. Wears black and white. If not for her tits, you'd think she was a beached orca.
What?
Fact is, even those who see her for a wench would gladly push her out to sea, tits and all.
What's your name?
Steingrim.
Well, Steingrim, I don't like you. In fact, I feel like slapping you.
Go ahead, Drifter. You try.
I mean, like, this was fully unnecessary for me to hit him.
Had enough?
best finish me now, because you'll be fucked once I catch my breath.
It was a good fight. That's enough for now.
Know the way to care.
I was like, I guess it's like, oh, I'm offended
Expect I'll find
how
it.
you talk
Head
about my
north.
woman, but like,
Then turn
I
west
just
towards the
was
bay
like, I
before
wonder
you
what
come to the
happened.
bridge. You'll find the Jarl port site today. Your sorceress ought to be there too.
Thanks. So long.
Yeah, we can't be going the same way and saying goodbye at the same time. I don't know. I'm like, I'm gonna shit on you. I'm like, I'm not actually shitting on you for robbing corpses, because I do that shit all the time. It's literally how I get all of my stuff. Why do you think I'm so encumbered? I just take everything. I take everything. And I sell what I can't keep. When I have no reason to keep, I just haven't sold stuff in a while. It's like I really like beat him up and then took his bounty. Took the stuff that he was like, I'm gonna take. I was like, Geralt was like, you talking shit of the woman, and then I'm gonna take your shit. Somehow my horse made it over here. Roach is really something else. Quite an indescribable force. Felt like Roach to be like, I'm just here now. Okay. Not even a question. Roach is just here now. Bloat moss that feels useful. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I get in that water though. Those things might attack me if I get too close. I'd rather not fight them yet. If I don't need to. Alright, Roach. We're headed into inland. Inland?
Giddy up.
Inland. Controls for riding the horse is so bad here in this game. It's awful. Controls are awful, dude. So I'm still pissed about losing that horse race. Cause like, it wasn't because of me, it was just because of the controls.
Hey there.
Off that race because controls are so fucking awful.
That's it, Roach.
Just travel. We're just traveling. Oh, bandit? Okay, yeah, no, we're not. Just watch Alright. I mean, if I hear combat noise, it to me is like, oh, I don't know. I maybe didn't need to. Like, if we're talking about a moralistic sense of like, you know, bandits also just doing what they kind of have to do. Yeah, that's definitely an explosion box. I was like, I definitely didn't need to kill these bandits. It's not really even necessary. It just felt right, you know? I think I'll walk the rest of the way. And I say that I'm already going to be annoyed by how slow I am. So let's just, how slow I move.
Ah! Hey!
Roach.
Come on. Go, go.
It's also the fact that like it's such a like a button that's not easy to like use the controls with, since I have to double tap X to do it. I mean, I guess I could play with the controls and do other stuff, but then I'd have to kind of like
take it easy,
redo the way this whole thing kind of works. And I like playing games the way they are.
Can't I play today?
Like, at least with control.
To the port. Bid farewell to King Bran. For man in need.
King's passing.
Aye. Promise to write something for me.
Our time amongst the living is but the wink of an eye.
I probably should just take shit.
What's left when we are gone? How shall we be remembered? Will they speak of us with respect
My adventure
or disdain?
My adventurer's sense is tingling.
Man was a
Sorry
great
to trouble
man.
you, but
We
really
shall
have no
remember
choice.
him as a hero.
What is it?
Our ship was wrecked against the rocky shore during the last storm. I've lost everything.
How am I supposed to help?
I haven't even got the coin for the journey home, and with each day's delay, I draw closer to bankruptcy.
Might have guessed you'd come around to coin. So, need a loan? Or is it just alms you're after?
I shall pay you back every last copper, I swear it. You need only call on me at my address in Novigrad.
Heard a few too many tales like yours to believe yet another.
To tell you the truth, I'd probably not believe it either. Alas, I must count on the kindness of others.
Not from round here,
Well, I already told him that, so I can't tell anybody. But I don't really believe it.
Mate, sorry. Really?
Our time amongst the living is but the wink of an eye. What's left?
Alright. So it seems almost like someone's dead, like a funeral or something. Someone's died. She's a wreck.
You need not do this, child.
I know, but I want to.
Oh, so we happened to come here at the time someone's dead. Wait.
'Tis madness. Such a young lass.
Erna should be the one going. They shared a bed longer.
Silence. It is her decision.
Oh, she's chosen to die with the dude? She's chosen to die with him. when one dies, you like two you lose two. When one dies, you lose two. It just doesn't feel smart.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. The eulogy.
King Bran of Clan Tuirsech has embarked on his final voyage. At its end, our glorious ancestors await him. Together they will hunt and raid. They will sit round the fire and praise the deeds of ages past. For now, he lives in our hearts. One day, we too shall stand at his side and face the sea together. That will be a good day.
You knew Bran?
Yes.
It's really weird.
He was well respected.
You look beautiful in it.
Unlike his wife.
Skellige is its clans. In times of war, tradition holds the clans unite under the leadership of their king. We've bade Bran farewell. Time to pick his successor who will lead us against the Black Ones. The gates of Caer Troll stand open to all who held Bran of Clan Tuirsech dear. Mead and meat will be plentiful. During the wake, those who believe themselves worthy of the crown will step forth.
Come to the wake with me?
Gladly.
Feasts in Skellige, so predictable. Slobbering drunks, brazen boasting, and the inevitable rows that result.
Yeah, nothing like the banquets mages attend. Remember the one on Thanet?
You were there. How could I forget? I also remember excruciatingly well what happened after the banquet.
Stop reading my mind.
Something to hide?
Don't like secrets?
No.
Come to banquet with me. I want to fuck after. Wow.
Did you learn anything in Velen?
Velen. Awful place. Somehow Ciri wound up at the castle of the local ruler, a baron, self-proclaimed. This was after she was injured.
Injured? Was it serious?
Don't think so. Must have recovered because this baron sent her on to Novigrad. Think she was looking for you at the time. These witches Ciri came across, she was lucky to escape them.
Witches?
Creatures more like. Can't say exactly what they are, but they're dangerous. Very. Also ran into an old friend of ours in Velen, Kira.
What on earth is Kira Metz doing in that wasteland?
Hiding from witch hunters. Listen, she told me an elven mage had been there looking for Ciri.
Good. You'll need to tell me more when we have some time.
Been to Novigrad. Ciri was there, looking for a way to lift some curse. She's not there anymore.
You're certain?
Heard it from Dandelion, with no embellishments.
Do you know any more about this curse?
Not much. Ciri ran into some trouble, never finished what she went there to do. I recovered a phylactery. She was looking for a way to enchant it.
I'll look at it later.
How about you? What have you learned?
Something strange happened on Ard Skellige a time ago. A disaster brought about by a burst of magic. Extraordinary, really. Natural anomaly. Never seen anything like it. My intuition tells me Ciri was its cause.
As much as I respect your intuition, Yen, we need something specific. Evidence.
I'd know for certain if I was able to inspect the disaster zone. Unfortunately, Ermion and his druids aren't letting anyone near.
Ermion's head of the Skellige Circle? Haven't seen him since...
Since Ciri was a little girl. I doubt he'll do you any favors, not even for old time's sake.
So why won't Ermion let you inspect the area of the anomaly?
Call it a difference of opinion. A large, loud difference. Look, it's Krach.
White Wolf!
Greetings, Krach.
I shall see you at the wake, and I'll not accept any excuses. I've an important matter to discuss with you.
Didn't even say anything to her.
I shall wear black and white for the feast. I count on you to don something complimentary. Something that doesn't reek of 1,000 hunts.
Yen, you know I can't stand new doublets. Just too tight till you break them in.
And just like Krach, I'll not accept any excuses. We're not here to enjoy ourselves. We've matters to resolve and should dress appropriately. I've rented a room at the inn. Took the liberty of laying out some clothes for you there. You ought to go. Choose something. In the meantime, I've something to attend to. We'll meet at the entrance to the feast hall.
I mean, I have nice clothes. I kept the nice clothes, so I was like, I know I'll meet these again. But they do smell old girl, so maybe not right now. Let's see.
Get tired, huh?
Maybe she's dead.
Come on, Roach.
It's like, I don't need to run that fast. I just need to be a little faster than me. So I can canter.
Who are there, Witcher? Ah! Work by any chance? Man needs worries like a boat.
Slower.
Sail straight and even.
I don't know why I did that weird spin.
Man can't work 5 minutes and not be interrupted.
Fray a smile upon you.
Who are there, Witcher? Listen, Witcher. Got us some weird diabling. You know, drowners. Real problem. The kind your silver sword could most certainly solve.
Let me guess. They're tearing your nets, devouring your fish, and attacking the occasional lone boatman or tavern patron who walks home along the shore.
Were that the only harm? Terrors in the bay are meaner than on the continent. They hunt come dusk or dawn. They attack fishermen wielding just oars and warriors alike. Sea tosses them up after. Armor shredded, guts devoured.
Strange. Any witnesses?
Might be more than a drown.
Rurik, my apprentice. He was on a boat the Muir Diablin attacked. There's Tove, too. Her man was killed. She lives nearby, up a bit. Sorry, none of it comes to mind. Those who see the beasts, meet him, well, they generally don't come back to dry land alive.
Let's negotiate.
Let's talk about my pay first. A bit too modest for my taste.
I usually try to go for the middle. So let's go 310. 315.
That's just a bit high, Master.
310?
That's just a bit high, Master.
3, yes, sir.
That's just a bit high, Master.
299.
That's dear, it is. But could be worth it. All right, I'll pay you what you want.
I'll take the job.
I'll take the job. Dealt with drowners many times. It'll soon be over. Got my word on that.
Soon is not immediate. I still have work to do tonight.
River, don't eat so much.
Why the spit not?
Because if you get hit in the gut and those herrings get tangled in your injury,
Watch yourself, white boy.
After those, rebel King Bran.
You before I take any more jobs.
Would you like to buy something from me stash?
Show me what you have.
Maybe. Let me see what you got.
I want to see. I want to look at alchemy so I could see what I needed. So I would like to make. Okay, so I need cherry cordial. Okay, show me what you got. Got that book already. I don't have this book. I will buy it. What is this? Drown of pheromones. I will buy it. You don't have, but you do have alkahest. So I will buy some alkahest for you, even though you don't have any cherry cordial, which is unfortunate because I could use some cherry cordial. I will buy 5 alkahest from you. I was like, I have plenty, but I'm just gonna buy some because you have it. What else we're gonna buy? It's been so long, I don't even know which ones we're trying to see, because I need the cherry cordial really bad, even just to do white gold for the well, I know we used white gold for something, but I don't know what else to use it for. What else it is used for, rather. I know I would want to start working on some superiors. And superiors I need to clear out the enhanced, which means I would need Arinia Eye, but I don't think you would have that, so I'm not gonna pin it. I have the recipe for Drown of Pheromones now. I will craft an item. Well, if I craft it once, then I have the thing and I can make more with Outcast. Do you have Buckthorn? I wonder if you have Buckthorn. No, you don't. You do not have Buckthorn. That's unfortunate. What else? Let's see what else I need. Could use. Really need that. The main things I'm missing from these seems to be like actual parts from creatures. Yeah, that's cave troll lever. So I need pieces of creatures for these, for the oils at the moment. I think I need Revis. What? I don't know how to use Revis. Okay, I'm not sure. What do you need? Because you need Negrito. And in order for me to make Negrito, I need white. That's why I need white gold. Okay, so I do need white gold. And that means I need cherry cordial. I just need to find where the hell they sell cherry cordial, and I'll clear out what they have.
So long.
I will clear out what they have for cherry cordial. I know I need it. Let's continue. I didn't mean to extinguish the flame. I just want to get where I'm going. Something about the lack of music now feels like maybe that I have some.
Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm's swinging it ain't.
Okay, there's a barber here, but I think as far as canon, I just got the haircut.
We offer you our main. Icelanders are welcome to try too. Glory and honor range every which way.
Need help?
No, not yet.
Sword at my back. What'll I think next?
This has got to be Yen's room. She always did like space and luxury.
It's a nice room. Totally loot. Oh, I already have that book. I mean, I'm in the room for now. I have a unicorn here. The bath. Didn't take all the water out. That water will get moldy, but I guess if you're bathing every day, then it's fine. Yo, if this is Yen's room, what are you doing here? Okay. I was like, why did you come in here? Why are you in Yen's room? So weird. Okay. She says she's wearing black and white. So it would behoove me to wear similar clothing. Time to put it on. Oh, it's not quite what I thought it was, but doesn't look bad. Ooh, now that I'm not a fan of. I think I will need to look at the other outfit because I'm not a fan of.
Right. Just not something I'd ever wear.
I mean, we're gonna make it as close to something you wear as we can, Geralt, but we didn't pick the clothes, so can't do much. She's wearing black. It's just because this is like brown. It doesn't even look like a black, so it annoys me. Really, the most annoying thing about this outfit is the shoes. I hate these shoes. I mean, my shoes aren't great either, but they're like shoes that are clearly meant for adventure. I mean, this outfit. I'm like, it's actually like this is armor, but it actually looks nice. Anyway, I actually need to put. I'm gonna put the Freya thing on again, just so I can see these pants. These pants look awful. Because like, see, this looks like an outfit. Shoes back on. The shoes look awful. Shoes are awful, dude. I think I'm rocking the blue though. Yeah, I'm digging the blue.
What don't we do for her? Who exactly is she to me?
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
Virgin, mother, and crone. Yeah, maiden, mother, and crone.
I wonder if he's as strong as he looks.
Feels like it would be a bad idea to go fighting.
Swing an axe.
Well, I thought I was walking the right way. It made me seem like I was walking the right way, but I guess I'm not.
Swords on his back. What'll they think of next?
Okay, this thing is confusing me. Let me look at the map. Because the dots are moving. Okay, so I need to go in this direction. Okay, cool. Because it's confusing the fuck out of me. What you're not gonna do.
I want to keep an eye on him.
I'm here to work. Well, I'm like about to like walk and talk, but like I still have my weapons on me. I was like, it was like, okay. Good thing I have things for defense. But like, imagine being like, I have to be elegant. I'm allowed to keep my weapons, but my AC is gonna be really low if we can fight him. I mean, I would wonder why I kept this early, but I'm like, there's no way I'm taking them off if I don't have to. I would not remove them if I didn't need to.
The contract. You see, you got suspects of refuge. Not with the black one, because
If he breaks the truce, he'll prove himself in our man.
Got a lot in his closet like that. He'll truly be a blue boy.
oh, they did it.
These
Got his conch open, pulled out his
Then
guts,
we
and
gotta
ran
drag
around
their
the tree till
corpses
he ran
out of the inn.
My guts.
Not the first time I'm hearing that.
Well, then here's my question. Am I supposed to do... This is weird. This is such a weird... Okay. There's a thing I use. That's okay. Someone, what the fuck? What the fuck am I supposed to get in it?
Last night was...
And I just used that thing. What did it do? I feel like it did nothing. Which did not help me in any way. You're okay with watching the boat? So the dots were right, but confusing? I don't... Okay, let me just see if I can go here. Nope. Not cool. Cool. Right. Cool. Rope? Like, I'm not walking back. I'm riding back. Fuck this.
Oh!
So how did I get lost? When I looked at the direction. It's just the dots were going all over the place.
Foreigner, watch your step.
The dots were going all over the place, telling me to go like 8 different ways. Because this game's a little broken.
Hey there, friend. What's the rush?
Like, unfortunately, like the
These continental
late start
dandies come
for
a stalking
games,
them. We
like,
gotta
and all like
drag
the
their
bugs and stuff for
corpses
games, for a CD Projekt Red game, is kind of just tradition, unfortunately.
Come on.
But I mean, the lies. I'm not a fan of the lies. I am not a fan of the lies.
I am.
Like, they're already in red. Blue. It's like I'm standing out, but it's like Friends we show
heart, foes we show our axe. Remember that.
I feel like it looks better on me, I feel like. I really do.
Foreigner, what's your step?
Okay, I can get rid of this thing on the map, though. I could have kept riding the horse. This is a bit of a distance, but I was like, they're walking. I'll walk too. Let me be respectful. I want to go to the wake, but like, I don't want to go to the wake to see the drama. Of like the Witcher. It's so weird. I'm like, so many times the Witcher doesn't want to get involved, but like he's growing as a person to be like, yeah, no, like there's no such thing as not getting involved. But it's also like The Witcher happens to be at places where like shit happens, and like there's no way it's always you just happen to be there. Some of it's got to be like I'm a little interested in like I don't want to be a part of the drama, but I like to see it. So I just feel like this is like okay, I should go to the lake and see what's up. And then especially now that like Crack said.
Foreigner, what's your step?
Something to talk to me about. Oof. Are we in the mountain now? Well, that would explain it. That would explain it. Oop, my bad. I wasn't looking at the screen. Because it's like, this is a long walk. It wouldn't be as long as if I weren't encumbered, but I saw a stash and I didn't put anything in it, so shrug. Like, I would be fine if I put some stuff in the stash. I'm good. I refuse. Sorry, I was still not looking at the screen. Alright. Because I have a class starting tomorrow, so I was looking at that.
The cost turbulence is a brand of contest. There are horns amidst the cliffs of peaks.
I hope I like this class, because then I'll take the next one.
Bran was a great ruler.
He needs a worthy successor.
You speak as though you have someone in mind.
Skellige's troubles very much derive from it not being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as well. A strong leader who wields true power. That is what the times require.
Introduce me?
This is my friend Geralt, and this is Berna, widow of the dear departed Bran.
The Queen Mother. It's a pleasure to meet you, Geralt. You must forgive me, but on a day like today, I'm afraid I cannot indulge in my penchant for long conversations.
Why am I not surprised? Oh, Geralt. Geralt, what is that you're wearing?
Didn't want to detract from your beauty.
A man at a woman's side is an accessory. He should enhance her beauty. But I thank you for the compliment.
So wait, so you would want me to wear the brown one? The brown one looks awful too, but okay. I was like, the choices you put in there were awful. I guess I could have looked in the stash and found something else. But this just doesn't look good. I mean, like, I like the blue for me. The brown looks awful, and it didn't look like it would match yours. So I was like, okay. Black and white, blue and white, fuck it. Like, the blue looks better on me.
We should mingle before they all get drunk. There'll be no talking to anyone then.
Good thinking. I don't know what Krach wants, but when we meet with him, we should have clear minds.
I'm not gonna drink. Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
Do you plan to compliment me all evening?
Yes.
I plan to tell you what I think.
Yes.
That can't have turned.
Oh, she looked good.
So, what have you brought for the farewell feast?
Bread, sheep's milk cheese.
Our wagon's full of loot we written from the Black Ones.
We've also wine from the temples of Melitele.
Geralt, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Your beard. Why did you decide to grow it out?
Don't really know.
Must say it suits you.
Thanks.
Drink last night too.
So I had the full beard for a while, but I got it trimmed. Like, this is like legitimately a like Skellige haircut.
Lady Yennefer.
For me, I'm like, this
Sir.
is what I would.
Greetings, Arnvald. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
I am honored.
We wanted to talk to Croc on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Ceres. Follow me, please.
They've seated us here.
I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious Witcher Geralt.
We've met. Don't remember?
That was ages ago. Yalmer and I were children when you last visited Orda. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honor. That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue Boy Lucas, Madman Lucas's firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Otrek on Hindar.
I'm not gonna remember those names. Geralt might. I won't.
Seems they set us with the sons of Jarls, exclusively.
Ceres on Crate is the daughter of a Jarl, Geralt. Jarl's daughters are in no way inferior to their sons.
Do you know every last one of them dreams of being Bran's successor? Look at him. Likely lot.
Ceres is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Crack about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill. Remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating, but I would have won then, as I'd win now.
Now that you mention him, just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in?
If the Witcher's in.
Geralt?
Gladly. What are the rules?
Whoever pulls Hjalmar's axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and you lose.
And here I was, ready to puke from all the boredom. Let's go!
This is gonna be difficult given the fact that I am encumbered. I am encumbered right now. I'm gonna have to dump some shit at the start. It's gonna be interesting.
We're here. From this spot, you must reach the top of that mount. At the summit, you'll see the stump of an oak. Hjalmar's axe buried in it. Whoever pulls the axe from the stump first, wins.
I'm ready.
You'll start when I sound the horn.
Shall we put some coin on it, Lugos? Actually, dog shade idea. You never pay
Show me what you've got, monster slayer!
Please allow me to dump my inventory. Okay, well, there we go. I'm gonna lose because I'm encumbered. I should have just said another time. I might do the check. Yeah, I'm gonna just take the checkpoint. I'm gonna load the game at the last checkpoint because I can't do this right now. I cannot do this right now. I am encumbered. I should have put some stuff in the stash.
As Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellige. Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts.
I love how the drawing actually looks like how I look. Alright, so yeah, I was like, I'll have to say another time. Or I could like look at my inventory and dump some shit on the ground. I think I might do that. Just dump some shit on the ground. This is why when they give you a stash, you should take it and you shouldn't be encumbered. Like now, I can't actually race. Let me look at this inventory real quick. This game, at its core, is an inventory simulator. I was like, the most appropriate to drop would be armor. But the question is like, what armor was I wearing? Is number one. I could drop this item. I'll drop. These pants are stronger than the pants that I was wearing. I don't want to drop the fancy clothes. Drop you. It's so funny. I'm like right outside this right outside the hall for the wake, and I'm just like, let me just like drop some swords real quick, and I'll be right there. No biggie. Yeah, I'll just drop these common items. Usually I sell them, but I didn't put them in a stash, so, and I'm sure there'll be opportunity to sell them later, like I should have sold them before. Not quite enough, I see. Not quite. Not quite enough. Still a bit heavy. Damn, that's money, dude. Ugh, I'm over here dropping money. So annoyed right now. I should have used the fucking... What else do I have to drop? I didn't mean to go to the alchemy page. It was actually an accident. I could drop... I was like, I could sell some of these probably, but I haven't sold any of them. Dropping one feels expensive. Like, dropping one of these is going to be a lot of money. So, let's choose the one worth the least. If I was, like, the person to be like, they're like, what the hell? You just dropped this shit. Yeah. I mean, I guess if I can mark the spot. I love to mark this spot. Just so, like, if it's still here, if it lets me come back, I'll grab it. I'll grab it if it lets me. Save game. Let's make sure the game knows that I've done this. Do-do-do-do-do.
So, what have you brought for the farewell feast?
Bread, sheep's milk.
Geralt, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Your beard. Why did you decide to grow it out?
Don't really know.
Must say it suits you.
Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm's swinging it, eh?
I do enjoy having the option. I would love... Perfect world? That shit stays out there, I can pick it back up. But I really should have made sure I wasn't encumbered before I came here. I didn't realize I was going to have to do
Lady
this.
Yennefer.
That I was going to choose to do it.
Greetings, Arnvald. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
I am honored.
I am honored.
We wanted to talk to Croc on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Ceres. Follow me, please.
They've seated us here.
I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious witcher Geralt.
We've met. Don't remember?
That was ages ago. Hjalmar and I were children when you last visited Ordar. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honor. That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue boy Lucas, Madman Lucas's firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Otre on Hindar.
I mean, I could skip this.
Seems they set us with the sons of Jarls, exclusively.
Ceres on Crate is the daughter of a Jarl, Geralt. Jarl's daughters are in no way inferior to their sons.
No way
Do you know, every last one of them dreams of being Bran's successor? Look at him. Likely lot.
Ceres is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Crack about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill.
Had my reasons for not participating, but...
Now that you mention him, just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
It's like,
My
this
brother
is one of those
walks
things where
his
you're
own
like, this is
paths.
clearly the third game in the series,
But about the
and I haven't
race,
played the other two.
why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in?
If the Witcher's in.
Geralt?
Sure, I'll race.
Gladly. What are the rules?
Whoever pulls Hjalmar's axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and
I feel
you
like this
lose.
race is going to be bad.
And here I was,
Like, I feel
ready
like
to
we're going to be in
puke
the
from all the
mountains and one of
boredom.
these things,
Let's go.
like, someone's going to try to sabotage somebody. Because somebody might die and, like, I'm going to be witness to it or something. It's going to be bad. I feel like this is going to go bad. All the more reason for me to not be encumbered.
We're here. From this spot, you must reach the top of that mount. At the summit, you'll see the stump of an oak. Hjalmar's axe buried in it. Whoever pulls the axe from the stump first wins.
I'm ready.
I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
You'll start when I sound the horn.
Shall we put some coin on it, Lugos? Actually, wrong side idea. You never pay up.
Hurry it up, old man!
What, Nordling?
Have to keep on the path. Move, goat! Come on. Yeah, I did.
Show me what you've got, monster slayer!
Oh, I'll show you. I haven't run this good in a while. It's like almost like I was doing some kind of weight training. Look at this.
Hurry it up, old man! Show me what you've got, monster slayer!
like I'm approaching the jumps too fast. I'm like approaching the jumps too fast for the game.
I won, but only by a hair.
No such thing. There's winning and there's losing, and I lost. We best go back to the week.
Let's.
Sorry, I don't like to lose. I don't like to lose, and also it wouldn't be fair to you if I didn't try hard. So, I mean, I used the power of time to make it easier for myself, but other than that,
See the wakes in full swing.
Lost sight of yous. Who won?
I lost.
Lost to a witcher, Sparrowhawk. That'd likely happen to any of us. Enough of the natter and let's drink.
Can't today, for good reason, believe me.
But if not today, then when?
You've been great company. Sadly, it's time we moved on.
Really?
Indeed. We must talk, but not here. You shall learn all beyond that door.
I like how she was like patient to be like, yeah, like I don't have a problem with you going the race. You know, I put you in nice clothes. Sure, you can run up a mountain, no problem. So I really did go like, okay, we have dinner and we're supposed to be in a good behavior. And then I'm like, sure, I'll go run up a mountain.
Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. Geralt, Jarl Dona and Hinder, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen. He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker one more time, and I'll chop off your head, stick
Stick
it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha! Giving me a true fright right now. Shat my best trousers. Put that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
Thought Skellige's called a truce for feasts.
I know the hallowed customs, but Lugos ought to know that I'll not let him raid my Hindisfial bear.
You don't scare anyone, Donar. I'll be boys soon to plough you priestesses, drink from your tankard, and shit on your table. Be sure to leave a candle lit for me.
Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the black ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing. War with the Empire is another.
Had to change the
Awfully melty, this one.
had to change the
Go
color.
stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
Calm down, Lugos.
No wench will teach me how to fight.
That was not my intention. Come, Geralt. I believe this
I was
discussion's
like,
run its course.
she knows diplomacy. I have to act like I'm not. I need to act like I'm not mad. Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna go back and see if I can get that shit.
He was breaking black cat necks yesterday. And suddenly...
Let's see if I can get this shit. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. How do I get my stuff back? We went through here. Yeah, so I'd have to go outside. Okay, I'm going the right way, I think. I don't think it'll let me back out, but... Yeah, I'm like, they're not gonna let me back out, but I know I've gone the right way. Oh well. Like I said, it's on me for not putting the stuff in the stack.
My God,
You know, I bring the swords to be ready, but I don't bring, but you know, my ass doesn't think to bring, you know, stay underweight. I really just like walk over the table. So rude. Yeah.
Yes?
Yes. Indeed. Yes. Yes, indeed.
What now?
Now we pay a visit to Ermien's laboratory.
Didn't know we'd been invited.
Because we've not been.
Let's go.
Take it Ermien won't be there.
That's right.
And what's the purpose of this visit?
I was like, for me
Looking
to say
for an
let's not
object.
go, it doesn't feel like
The
that
Mask
bad.
of Urboros. We'll need it. Come, Geralt.
I was like, nah.
Now you'll tell me why
Yennefer
you
say
need
we
this
need
mask.
something.
Oh, I
then
shall.
need it.
In due course.
Take it
I
you
ride for
decide
I
when.
ride for Yennefer,
Correct.
so we gonna do. You say we need to do it? Let's do it. No problem.
Footsteps. Shh. Guards. Hide behind the tapestry.
Seriously?
Sparrows chip, while starlings chirp.
What do jackdaws do?
Jackdaws
There
call.
should be a way to sleep.
Goldfinches
There should be a way to
warble,
sleep.
and cranes whoop, whereas peacocks screech. Hawks scream, larks trill, and doves, they coo. That's all of them.
What about nightingales?
All right, nightingales croon.
That was really. They really had us go through. Okay.
That was close.
Damn, she looked good. Anyway.
This'll be tough to open.
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Hard not to.
Ermien's spies. An indication that we're near his laboratory. I also sense a clear magic aura. Come. There's a ledge outside this window. We must pass along it.
Alright. No problem. I mean, I could loot stuff here, but I don't want to become encumbered again. Because I'm right at
Seen
night.
uglier sights in my life.
Geralt of Rivia, being romantic.
Yennefer Vingerberg, not using her powers on me as well. Not being like, oh, teleporters go. I put you in such a nice outfit. And then it was like, you already went up the mountain.
Amazing how a hobby can render a man mysterious. Fascinating.
Especially a druid. Must be a real nature lover.
Something tells me this is a rule there.
Had one at Kaer Morhen.
Please.
Why am I inspecting animals?
Looks alive.
It's very possible these creatures are in suspended animation by magic. If
A
I had
hunter
to
drew
guess.
an arrow if he saw that in the woods. A basin of water.
For teleprojection, a reflection of Ermien appears on the surface. Supplicants
weird.
speak to it.
Now then. Is there something else here? Nope. Alright, next room. I actually thought this was going to be poison here. I was like, that bear is gonna come to life and get me. But
Are you all right?
Cut myself. The door's locked.
The animals. They're alive. Yen, watch out.
I fucking called it!
Monsters. Feel it. Coming closer. They're everywhere.
You know what's not good about this? It's telling me the bears are unknown.
Smells of mushrooms in here.
No. To my mind, it's the scent of sweet grass drying in the sun. That's one
Show me
less.
what you got.
That's one less.
Oh, they're really taking the time off. I was like, let me remember how to use my abilities. There's mushrooms in there though. Not a fan. Where was Yennefer? I didn't even see Yennefer.
What's happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran at Ermien's animals, sword flailing. I had to calm you.
See, because it's the air. I knew there was air here. That's why I I was like, I see the smoke here. I want to burn it out. And it just wouldn't let me.
Must have looked strange.
Your years of vigorous training at Kaer Morhen finally paid off. Bested nearly all the stuffed beasts in here.
Please.
Fine. We've passed the trial of taxidermy. The door stands open.
Oh, see, you played me. See, I knew it though.
Let's go inside, Geralt.
Trial of taxidermy. Okay, so it's actually taxidermy. But you said the trial of taxidermy, so I'm like, is this some kind of magic spell? Because it felt like it was magic, but it also felt like it was mushrooms. It could have been hallucination, a trap.
I'll lock the entrance. We don't want to raise suspicions.
So I think it actually was
Our dear druid's laboratory. We must search it thoroughly. The mask of Ouroboros must be here.
Pinecone. Didn't expect this. A large female.
Ermien's wand. Wondrous world of insectoids. Ritual plants. What?
A sword in a stone. Things begging me to pull it out.
Couldn't
It's
possibly.
not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice.
I think it's begging me to pull it out. It's like, it's not in the thing. It's held there by a vice. What, like this. Anyway. These things look like penises. Just saying.
Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist.
Anyway. What's this?
Goes in for light reading, too. The Corpse of Novigrad by Sasha Hadi. Dwarven triple mead.
Triple mead.
Skellige's tales about the wild hunt.
The islanders believe the wraiths sail on a longship built of the claws of...
Letter bearing Ermien's seal to the druids. Warns them about you.
Talking about...
That brazen manipulator.
the shameless schemer.
Why are you doing the face? Weird.
Looks like Ermion places something in the statue's hand. What do you say we give it a pine cone? Nothing.
Maybe a mug of mead.
How about a mug of mead? Statue or not, everybody needs a drink sometimes. Huh. Seems like it worked. Who would have thunk?
So we're not done in here, though.
Ermion enjoys jests achieved at the expense of others. I have a sneaking suspicion the mask will be in here.
It's a child's skull? I kind of don't want it anymore.
Look at this. A detailed map of the Northern Kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
Out of date. Geralt, come here. I found the mask.
Great. What else have you found? Oh, you found the mask, but it looks like you've also found a golem. So, let's just handle this weapon real quick. It's not the weapon we're going to use against the golem, but it is important that we keep our stuff in good condition. Oh, well, if this thing's on 40, I mean at 50, I'll give it the full top. And then since this thing's going to do damage to the silver sword, most assuredly, I'll give it a little top off. Okay, the mask is there, but there's a golem there.
Yes?
You're a liar. Oh, okay. I mean, you're not a liar. I don't know why I called you a liar, but it's definitely there.
This is it.
I'm gonna finish this mission, then I'm gonna call it in the stream because I have to get ready to leave my house.
We've got it. We must return to the feast quickly before.
There was a golem in the back corner. Earth, rubble.
You best yield now. It's a trap. We're in prison.
I like to think the Yurden helped. I don't know if it actually did.
What? Hear that?
Smelled it. Gas. Grate's still closed. Gotta think of something quick.
The damned druid will poison us. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind. Hold on tight.
Damn, I want to kiss you again. It'd be like, oh, we're in danger. It was like, oh, but you though. I enjoy my time with you. We're gonna die, but all I can think about is you.
Damn. I tore a hole in my dress. Wait a minute. I must mend it. You
know how to sew.
Please. I'll enchant a needle.
Please, I don't know how to sew. Fuck I look like. Wow. He didn't say that out loud. He said I wouldn't mind watching, but he didn't say anything out loud. Come here, guy.
Wait.
For what?
We must talk to Croc.
Why? Think he misses us? Because I missed you.
I am playing him like a dude in love, though. Like, he's like horny, but he's in love. I mean, he's horny and in love. So that's what's happening. But if she says no again, then we'll stop. I hope.
Oh no.
I missed you too.
When are you gonna finally burn this piece of junk?
My heart couldn't take it. So many memories. Damn it, Geralt. Do you have any idea how much they cost?
Did he just like bite that off of her? Oh my god.
Croc's waiting.
Hopefully I don't get in trouble on stream for this. You showing an awful lot. Anyway.
Yen, let go of the mane.
I know you. I let go. You throw us off. Don't even try.
I mean, that's a bit romantic, though. Can't even lie.
My, oh my.
Missed you.
I missed you too.
Oh, so she was looking at the unicorn and he was like, oh no, you got me on this thing. You put me on this thing again.
I must dress. Turn around.
Croc and Crate asked about you.
We went out for a breath of fresh air.
The claimants to the throne will step forth in a moment.
Now heed my words. There is no greater act of valor than to fight a beast cursed by men and gods. No greater deed than that done to serve the goddess.
Words of uncommon beauty. We thank you. We will take them to heart. But now, let's begin. We have seen Bran off to the beyond, and must now choose his successor.
I feel like they didn't have to play
King
music
must
here.
be wise.
They could have just let it rock.
King must command respect. A king must have bollocks. We've no lack of men like that. Let those who feel worthy of the throne of Skellige.
We were saying, man, so y'all's daughter is equal to other ones, but can she not be? Can she not be interested? Can she not be the y'all? I mean, the king. Like, if she's interested, I'd like to see her be interested. Like, I'd back her play. I mean, based on nothing else. I'd back her play.
My son could not be here this day. Behold his axe. Behold his will.
Like, I'd get involved in this politics if it meant backing her play.
May the best man or woman win. What's got into her?
She's your daughter, is she not?
Now I know why she said she'll sail to speak her of. Ah, children. The older they grow, the more trouble they are. Come with me. All the more essential we talk now.
I was like, but it's almost like, how do I back her play without it being like us doing stuff for her? Like, because she still has to like show
when
herself.
Ciri was nearing womanhood. I remember well her nan, her mother, what they were like. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ciri was impossible to control. No telling her what to do. Had to have things her own way almost always. Why do you ask?
No specific reason. She and Ceres, they're of a similar age. But we'll speak of my children later. First, let's speak of yours. Yennefer claims Ciri's in trouble, and you seek her.
That's right.
That's right.
If you require aid, gold, ships, anything, merely say the word. I'll give you all I can. And I know the lass lives. I'm sure of it. When the blood of Rhiannon's daughters is shed, the sea grows white with fury. I'd mark such a storm.
Magic anomaly on Ard Skellige somehow related to Ciri, or so Yennefer believes.
It's my strong suspicion, but I can only know for certain by examining the site.
I saw the twisted forms, right unnatural. The druids were barely able to contain it. Explain to me, Yennefer, how Ciri might have caused this great catastrophe.
I'm intent on learning that very thing, which I will do as soon as Ermion stops hindering my investigation.
Don't concern yourself with him. Druids have little trust for mages. But Ermion's heart is in the right place. Am I right to assume he does not know you seek Ciri?
It's of no concern to him.
As I thought. At any rate, Ard Skellige's my isle. You've my permission to investigate as you see fit.
Wondering if I should talk to Ermion.
Leave that to me. Go. Seek and find your Cyrilla.
Alright.
If any ill befell her here, on Ard Skellige on my watch, I'd never forgive myself.
Thank you.
No need. I swore an oath once. I aim to keep it. Anvol, tell the druid I must speak to him. At the usual spot. I've one more matter to broach. My children. You remember Hjalmar? Well, he swore an oath to kill the giant of Undvik. Set off and has yet to return. Whereas Ceres announced that she's to set off on an adventure of her own. Got it in her head that Udalric is not mad, but cursed.
Take it Ceres wants to lift the curse.
There's no curse to speak of. Ceres has decided she must match Hjalmar and sort out a deed worthy of a queen.
Think she might need my help? You did plan to ask me for it. Why?
The thing is, I don't trust Udalric further than I can spit. Ceres won't listen to me, or her brother. Yet confronted by a professional who will explain why she's mistaken, she just might come to her senses. So
that's
yes,
not how it's gonna go, though.
I ask that you explain things to her and bring her back.
Can't help wondering. Got no plans to vie for the crown yourself? Think a good number of the Jarls would support you.
A good number? Those opposed would be fierce, rabid. Madman Lugas would sooner see an Nilfgaardian on the throne. Besides, a man should know when to step aside. Hand the tiller to the youth among us.
Giants. They've been extinct for ages. Anyone actually seen the one on Undvik?
Aye. Dozens of refugees have. The giant drove everyone off the isle. I've welcomed what remains of Clan Tordarachir and Skellige.
I heard a rumor that an unnatural frost gripped Undvik before the giant appeared.
It's true. At any rate, Hjalmar decided to kill the giant and give the isle back to its people. A deed worthy of a king, he believes. My son gathered a hearty crew at the new port. They were to sail to Undvik, then travel on foot to Oskar, the village. But that many lads should have killed the giant long ago. Thus, I thought to ask you.
You should start at the new port. Ask around. Hjalmar might have told someone there his plans.
I'll help your children.
If either Hjalmar or Ceres need help, I'll help them.
I thank you.
Well, now that we're done thanking one another, let's get to work. We must determine if Ciri is still on Skellige. I'll change into travel attire and find you. Head south. The anomaly we should investigate destroyed a stretch of forest along the shore of the bay. A successful feast on all counts, Krach. I will see you later.
Now I just need to
Last
move
night was
exit. But I prefer to exit the same way I came in, if I can figure it out.
You're drunk as a sea swine.
Got to kill Donar.
Actually, I'll still like to talk to her. She's still here.
Hjalmar will never be king. The gods have cursed the lands of yon creeks.
See the doors open again. So, yeah, so this is the right way, right? Or is it the wrong way?
You're pale. You drink last night too?
Foreigner, watch your step.
It might very well be the wrong way. Yeah, I think it's the wrong way. I think I just come into somebody's bedroom.
These continental dandies come a strutting, then we gotta drag their court.
Like, I really just want to, see if the bag is still out there. Yeah, no, I don't think it would be.
Wonder if he's as strong
I
as
didn't
he
think
looks.
it would be. I just wanted to see. Alright, let's continue. Like, I'm almost positive, like, she would be a bit more, she would have been a bit more confident if she had wanted those stuff. But I had to give it the real shot. I was like, I felt like I should be real about it and do
That supper knives are good for picking your teeth.
Where's the goddamn...
More trouble.
Fast travel. Is it downstairs? Anyway, I'll just go this thing anyway.
Last night was...
I don't know where that fast travel location is. It's okay. But we are going to change clothes. Right now. Because like they're wicker pants, but they give me more versatility in what I can do. I'm gonna put these gloves back on too. Alright. Damn, I had to like drop a bunch of money. Like stuff that was worth money I could have sold, but I didn't put it in the stash, so. If we're riding, I might as well ride all the way. It's like, let me find a good place to get on this horse.
You made that big. You're blind. Need to see it's a witcher.
Oh no, she wants me to meet her at the site of the cataclysm. We're not doing that yet. We're not doing that this session. We're going to. We actually want to head back into town. Since my stuff's gone, I'm gonna have to take a bite of that. This is where we want to go.
Come closer, stranger. Oh, you!
Warren just standing here.
You look wearied, Whitehead.
That's it, Roach.
We could be out in our
So
bed,
stuck up
drinking,
down.
dancing with
Come on now.
But this way.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I am going the right way, but I have to kind of like figure it out for myself. Yeah, see? Okay. So I just need to go back down this way. Hold up. Out.
Oi!
Oh, what a sword.
I really did just go in a circle, didn't I? Anyway. Cause I'm used to following the dot.
More time in the Isles. Build your fortitude. Wonder if he's as strong as he looks.
Foreigner, watch your step.
Uh-oh.
What a goddamn unicorn at? Anyway. We were on top of a unicorn. Where's that? Anyway, this is where we're going to end tonight's session. I mean, today's session. Thank you for coming along. Follow me on Twitter at MediaMartyr17. Follow Share Club Pod on Twitter at Share Club Pod. Episodes of Share Club Pod come out on Fridays at 3 p.m. Yeah. Nerdcore every weekend now. We're back at it. Hopefully it'll be weekends. Every weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you're watching live, it'll be Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And until next time, send good vibes.